Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 of 1 back again. We are back on Vulcan, and we're making another large transformer here. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work yet, and I think that needs to be replaced. Alright, that's fine. But I feel like... So I'm thinking we have to come off of here, and like these have to be charged from the front, right? So I'm thinking what I do is I'm gonna put in a panel up here, and then this will just be where that kind of sits on top of, so it doesn't look like it's, you know, floating there. And then we can put that on there. Now, each of these is going to be doing about 64,000 watts, I guess. And that's assuming that we get, you know, full power out of them. So I figured 2 of these would probably be good enough, right? Now, what I can do here is I can modulate these things by changing that right there, so that way they each put out, because I'm going to have like 2 separate cable lines coming off of this. So we can run those off or down or somewhere, and then that will just be like 2 lines that are producing however much, right? So that's the idea anyways. Okay, so we're gonna need some other stuff too, because we need to see how much power we're actually producing. And so that's gonna need an analyzer. So let's make one of those. Let's see, analyzer, cable, good. We'll just make one for now, and then I'm going to need a console for it as well. Why are you, stop, what are you doing? Why is it making more? Is this thing broken? I think it's broken. Okay, so that should have reset everything, right? I mean, we need 2 anyways, but still. Okay, so console. And then we're also going to need some IOs as well. So we're going to need readers, writers for each. So let's make 2 of these, I guess. See if this works properly. I'm not going to touch anything. See if it just puts out 2. Okay. So, and then we're going to need some I/O. There we go. We're going to need 4 of these. So reader, writer. And the reason why we need a reader is because this produces more than just one output. So we have to have the reader on there to tell it what to read. So I'll throw that over here. And then I'm going to need a lot more cable, so it's a good thing we have all of our extra cable. And then one more. Good. All right. So that'll be good there. Yeah, I'm just going to grab a bunch of stacks of cable and just throw them in there. Yeah. Because we're going to need a lot, so it's just going to be the way it is. And then also, we're going to need these flat walls, sir, at each of these locations, because we're going to have a potential of 4 wind circuits. And I need more flat walls, which I don't have at the moment, but that's fine. All right. Okay. So now we need to run that down. And then we have to read off of that. And then also, we're going to have like a control power source. So just like a small battery just to run all of the, you know, logic units and, you know, IC units. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This is going to be interesting. And I can set that up anywhere, which I'm not really too worried about. I wonder if I need this extra one here. Probably not. And then not only are we going to need a circuit for each of these, but we're also going to need a circuit for our solid fuel generator and also our Stirling engine. Yeah, that works. I think that's good enough. Okay, so then our power in is going to come, or wait, no, this is, which is our input? That's our input, okay. And then this is our output. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be a pain. So, I suppose we need to start with setting this up. So, I need to make sure that the controls are on a different circuit, and probably a low power circuit, than everything else here. So that can go there. And then this can go around here. All right. And then this can then go up to there. Okay, now, I don't know how well I like where this is right now. And then we're gonna have red power cables coming out of here, heavy cables. And then as far as down here, these have to be low power cables. And these will all be basically plugged into the same source. So we can probably run these against the wall over here. And I'm probably gonna have to like change a bunch of this stuff like as I'm going, as I figure things out. So just bear with me here, hey. Now this is just gonna be like a data line, so hopefully it'll be fine. I should get another 2 of these transformers in there, and then also make a bunch of heavy cable. Oh, almost had it. Huh. There we go. Also need to take a shower, apparently. Okay, so let's make 2 large transformers, and then I'll go take a shower while I'm waiting for those to print out because they are a little slow. Wait, do I have enough electrum? I think those require electrum. I do. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll throw that over there, throw that over there. My chocolate is gone, unfortunately. It only lasted like 2 bites. Kind of sucks, but it's fine. Let's see. Don't mind me taking a shower with my backpack on, sir. Oh, don't I have a light in here? I do. It's not a very bright light, though. Can I replace this with like a different light? Like a round light? Because that thing is like not very bright at all. There we go. Okay, good to go. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I know that these things don't stack, so let me just grab the other one. Alright. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be not the most amazing thing in the world. But I do like that you don't have to add additional stuff onto these things to make them work. So that's good. Oh, right, and I needed to make more heavy cable. Like, I'm talking like 200 heavy cable. We're gonna need a lot. How much gold do I have in here? 86. It's not enough. But we'll go with 100 for now. There we go. Make. enough copper in there for that? Yeah. Should probably make more gold though. Okay, 1, 2. Good to go. I don't even have to turn this thing on for it to work. That's hilarious. Look at that. Just easy. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, so that is making more cable, which we are going to need. Okay, so next thing is we have to get our analyzing stuff onto the low power line here. So we can put that here. And then that can be on this line. So this is just like low power and like signal line. That's all that is right there. Sorry, I had to sneeze. All right, so we are potentially putting out about 1,000 watts. Okay. So we need to, actually, can I put this on the other side? Because I want to put stuff inside of here, or on the underside of here. Let me see about that. Wait, I don't know if it'll let me do that, actually. Let's check it real quick. So if I wanted to put this under here, no, okay. That's fine then. We'll leave it where it is. Makes it look nicer anyways. Okay, so we're going to have a reader, and we're going to have a writer. So let's connect all of this loveliness up. Let's see, that can go there. Okay. All right, so this is going to be charge circuit 1. Analyzer. Let's use hyphens. Charge circuit 1. Confirm. All right. And then this is going to be reader CC1. Confirm. Writer CC1. Good. Okay. So now we get to adjust this thing. So we're going to read from our analyzer. We're going to look for power potential. You can turn that on. Oh, that's not going to need power first. And then this is going to read from our reader and then write out to a thing that I have yet to put in here. I want to put it like up here. So that'll be one of these guys. Console LED display small. All right. Let's see, display CC1 potential. I'm gonna be having like a lot of displays in here, so. All right, and then that can go there. And that will tell me what this one is doing. And this one will tell me what that one's doing. This one will tell me what that one's doing. And then this one will tell me what that one is doing. And then we're gonna have like an observation deck going across here. And then it's just gonna be all wires down in here and stuff. It's gonna be insane. But it'll be fun, right? Right, I need a screwdriver. All right, so display CC1 potential. We're gonna set that to the setting. And then once I get power in here, I can turn that on. Let's see, what can I do for like temporary power? just to like get all this stuff working. Got a battery here. Just, you know, plug it in, I guess. Okay, so that's going to be our input over here. We'll run it even with this. And then we'll just kind of keep it there for now. That is going to need steel, I think. Yeah, steel. Okay. And then it just needs a screwdriver after that. Oh, am I going to be able to get to that battery? There's a switch in here. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. Hopefully, no. Is that a no-go? Hang on. See if I can get up in there. Let me at the switch, sir. Oh, there we go. Yes, good. Okay. Now, just for temporary measure here, just so I can get all the power kind of sort of working. Alright. And that should be charging. Okay. And then this can then go down into the low power. So we'll just kind of curl this down around. And this will be moved eventually, but I just want to get all of this powered so I can make sure that it's actually reading properly. There we go. Okay, so now we have our wattage here. Good. I'm gonna need some displays and whatnot too. Not displays, but signs. Yeah. Oh, good. We have our heavy cable. All right. Now signs are gonna be in here, I believe. There we go. I'm gonna need like 10. Oh, hey. Okay, you can go there. All right, so, yeah. Go, that'll make me a bunch of signs. Good. Yeah, that's good enough for now. All right. So we'll let that continue doing what it's doing. Power's still looking pretty good, but we're in summer now, so solar will be enough for basically everything. All right, so this will be charge circuit 1. And that little thing at the bottom, I think that has to be at the bottom for it to be like the proper, you know, right side up, I guess. That can go over there for now, so I can free up a hand. There we go. CC1 power in. Confirm. Okay. And I believe I can also paint these. So we'll pick a specific color for each one of these things. And then that way it'll be easier to identify like what cables go to what. So we'll go with orange first. I guess that doesn't really work that well. Can I not color this? Apparently not. Is that not a thing that I can do? Okay. So this will be fine. We'll even color that. Color these. We'll color that. Okay, so all of that goes to here. Alright, so that's putting out 1100. It's fairly easy to see, right? Good. Alright. Next. We're gonna need a lot of green here, so let's just paint both of these green and go from there. We'll just do... That was weird. We'll just do one. Sorry, I'm changing my mind here. Alright, so from here, We need to do the same thing that we did over there. So this is going to have our power coming in over here. Alright, and then that can come down to here. Alright, so with that done, take our other cable analyzer, put that one here, and then our IOs, let's see, we'll have our writer, no, how did I put that? Yeah, writer's basically in the middle, reader's over here on the side. And then I'm going to need more of this cable. Okay, and then let's see. That will continue over to here. And then this will continue through here. That'll go there. All right. Then we'll need our other little console LED thing here. That is display CC1 potential. So this will be display CC2 potential. Good. That is reader CC1. Okay, reader, CC2, writer, CC2, good. And then color for this set, we'll make purple, I don't know. Seems like a good color. Right, so that'll work there. Nope, I need a screwdriver. Okay, so that is going to read from, oh right, analyzer CC2. Analyzer CC2, confirm. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so analyzer CC2, we're going to read the power potential, and then this is going to read in from our CC2 potential, nope, reader CC2, and then we're going to, output is going to go to display CC2 potential to the setting, and then this just needs to turn on, there we go. And then, let's see, we're gonna need another display over here, or sign. Okay, that can go there. And this is CC2 power in. Okay. CC2 power in. Confirm. All right. And then we have our main power coming out through here. Let's see, I need to run this stuff down because these all need to be controlled. Alright, and then that can go that way. Here we go. Okay. So that appears to be working fairly well. All right, good. Of course, it's not really doing anything yet, so I don't know how well you could say it's really working. I need you to go like way over there, sir. Okay, so what I need to do here is to read off of our input here, divide it by 2, and then change that setting on each of those to half of the provided voltage. And that's got to happen in real time, so that's going to require an IC unit, I guess, but I got to figure out where to put it. I have hiccups right now for some reason. So we'll just have like a bunch of ICs, and each one will do like small things, and then we'll have like an overarching one that'll handle like the big stuff. Okay, so IC housing. We need 2 of these things. It's gonna take a little bit of time. And then I can control like other aspects of this as well. I mean, hell, I could have this thing fill out. That would actually probably make sense. Get rid of the reader writer and just use this in its place. And then have that fill out the, thing. That'll probably work. Less wire as well. We like using less wire. All right. So there's our 2 housings, and then our IC10s. We need 2 of these as well. So I'm gonna go set these up. I mean, I'm kind of, because these are like instant, right? They just like take in the information and they put it out pretty much immediately. If I put the IC unit in here, it's going to be slowed somewhat. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put it here, and I'll keep that in there as well. Is that going to be a good idea? I have no idea. But this will handle everything for CC1 specifically, not any of the interactions between other pieces and parts of the entire system, but if I find a good reason to have more stuff in here, I'll put it there. But for now, I just want these things to adjust to half of the provided voltage or wattage, whatever. It's gonna be weird, but it'll be fine. And the idea here is that, or something I could do is if the power is under 50,000, just have it run off of 1. And if it's over 50,000, run it off of 2. Oh, look at that. That's fancy. How are we producing power right now, though? What's producing power? Weird. Shouldn't be anything producing power. Stirling engine isn't on, or Stirling room isn't on. Weird. Alright, so you can have one, you can have one. Alright. Okay, so but I think that's just going to be, how complicated would that be if I did that? So we could have a main transformer and an overflow transformer, I think. So XFMR main, oh sorry, CC1 main, confirm XFMR CC1 overflow. Okay. So that'll give us names for those. And I think I will set it up so that way this will automatically set this to whatever this is. And then maybe like 5 or 10 watts under it. I think that should be fine. Okay, and then this is, let's see. I see housing, sure. Oops. I see housing CC1. Okay. Let's just see if I can get this thing to auto range. All right, so we're gonna have to pull in some information, and that's probably gonna require the pins. So alias, we're gonna need the analyzer. That'll be brought into D0. And then we're also gonna need alias the transformers. Or I could just like define the transformers. Hang on, let me do that. Transformer large. There we go. So that'd be this thing. Okay, so this is going to be define xfmr by that. Okay, that will allow me to use the named options here. Okay, then we'll do a start, or we should start just load values. And then yield and... Or do I set it to like 95%? Nah. We can set it to... Well, it also depends on how quickly this thing reacts, though, too. So, I don't know, do I want to not put the yield in here? Because, I mean, the power can change pretty quickly, especially on turbines. So maybe we don't put that in there. And we just have it run as fast as possible so we can kind of make everything, you know, proper. Okay, so... And then we're going to alias input power into R0. Okay, and then we're going to load into input power from the analyzer. And that's going to be power potential. Okay. And then, okay, so now we need to determine if it's above 50K or not. So are we overpower? So let's do alias overpower as R1. This will be our Boolean. Let's see, set less than overpower if our input power is less than 50,000. And then if it's over 50,000 or equal to 50,000, and then it'll turn on the other one. So, let's see. Well, I mean, I still think that I should divide the power evenly. But would that make a difference one way or the other? I mean, having it run off of just one and then just having overflow would mean simpler operation during non-storm conditions, I think. So we'll keep it like this. Okay, now I need to figure out how to set that. So first off, let's take and analyze this a little bit. Excuse me. All right, so I'm gonna need this guy, and I need you to tell me. Okay, so max is 50,000. Okay, so it's setting. All right, good to go. All right. Or I could do a branch if less than, or branch if greater than, because then I could tell it to do something else. 4999. Okay, so then this will be branch to, yeah, then I need C, so this is overpower. And okay, and then we'll do that. So subroutine overpower. Okay. And then this will jump back to load values. And then this one will also jump back to load values. All right. So if we are under 50,000, we'll just bypass this and go into the next line of code. If we are over, we'll go into this and operate different code. So, so we're gonna need our input power, and then we're gonna need to load into settings. So input power, I don't want that to be exactly equal to, because we'll take like 100 watts off of it. I mean, 100 watts is a lot, maybe 50 watts. Input power, and then let's call this alias pushed power. Call that R1, move that over to R2. Okay. So, wait, no, what am I doing here? I don't need to do that. Okay, so that can go back to 1. Okay, so subtract from input power, and 50. And that'll give us our input power, and then we want to set, let's see, this is going to be, set branch name, device hash is going to be xfmr, name hash is going to be xfmr, cc1 main, I think. Is that what I named it? Hold on, gotta make sure you get it exactly right. Okay, so there's a dash in there. Okay, so set branch name, logic type is going to be setting, and then we're going to put in input power. Okay, so let's just confirm that. We'll export it to see how if it works. What do you got? You have an issue with line 6. What's wrong with line 6? Branch if greater than. Wait, hold on. Oh, right. Okay, so branch greater than. If this is greater than this, go over to here. So I don't know if I need overpower here, which means that I could just take that out and just call this overpower, because that's what we're going to call it. Okay, confirm, export, see how that goes. Now we have an error at line 4. Load input power, the analyzer, power potential. What's wrong with that? Oh, right, I have to set that. Duh. Analyzer CC1. Okay, how about now? You good? All right. So it's going pretty quickly. pretty much matching what we've got here. So that'll just put out as much power as it possibly can. And then with an offset, actually let's change that offset to like, so here's the thing, right? So if you're telling this to put out more power than what you're supplying it, this is going to turn off, right? So I need to make sure that whatever power I'm supplying is less than whatever I'm putting here. So for right now, that should be around 325. Yeah, about that. So it's that minus, 50. So I think that'll be fine. All right, and then, so let's see. If we're going into overpower, that's going to be a different thing. So we're going to take our input power and divide by 2. And then we're going to subtract this. Only we're going to subtract it by 25 because it's half. So it's still going to be 50 less than our total input, but that 50 will be spread out along each transformer instead of, like that. Or I could just do the subtract first and then do the divide, if that makes more sense. So we'll do that first. So subtract the 50 off of there, so we're always putting in more power than we're using, which should keep the transformer on. And then let's see, divide input power by 2. Okay, and then we need to take this guy, put that in there, CC1 main, and then also CC1 overpower. Is that what I called it? Overflow. Okay. Okay. And so then that will take all of the power that we have coming in and then separate it across. But yeah, I think that'll work. And the reason why I have to do 50,000 is because 50,000 is the maximum that a transformer can handle, or these large transformers. So this will be set. Oh wow, that's charged up already. Check that out. All right, so our output is going to be 0 for this one. That one is constantly updating, so we're actually having a fair amount of wind right now, so that's pretty good. All right, so that's that. All right. So now when we get a storm coming through here, it'll split that up, so that way it'll be less than 50,000 on each, and because I have the charging lines split up, we shouldn't overflow or blow up any of our cables here. And then just in case like something crazy happens, I'm going to make a couple fuses, set them to 100K, and then put them on there as well, just as extra protection, so that way if it does blow, I'll know exactly where it blows, or where it blows. Okay, so a couple of these guys. Why you no make? Should stop, right? Good. All right. Now I don't know if these come in 100K varieties. Hopefully they do. But yeah, so we're gonna put that right here. 50, 100K. Okay, good. Do the same thing over here. Make sure that's facing forwards. Good. So now if that ever gets over 100K, that'll blow, which will then protect the line, protect all of the downstream components. So that'll be fine. Okay, and we're actually still getting a fair amount of power out of the wind right now. Okay, so let's go and get some water real quick and then see if we can figure out how to get all the rest of this crap working. Because I mean, it's the amount of work that we're gonna have to do to like rebuild all of the power is gonna be insane. Like, it's just gonna be insane. I'm gonna have like multiple like cables coming from like multiple different areas, all doing like different things, and it's like, dude. Right. You can go there. You can go there. Now I will eat my soup. Thank you very much. And drink my water. And take my shower. Hey, give me the light. Wait, is that... Oh, that's not connected into the same thing as this, is it? Oh, it is. Dang it. Yeah, okay, fine. Alright, I gotta change that to a different type of light. Alright, wall light, LED lights. Is that gonna be bright enough? No, it's not even, it's not very bright. Wall light. That's brighter. Okay, I'm okay with that. At least that one will stay on. So, like if I go in here, it's still bright out. So we still have light, so that's good. Alrighty, good to go. Okay. Dude, our power is just all over the place right now. It's crazy. Okay. So, now for the hard part. You mean that wasn't the hard part yet? Nope. Not even close. Alright. So these are going to be our 2 lines, and then we have to be able to determine where they go. Yeah. So, we're going to need... Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. This is really going to be a nightmare. I mean, we can run all of like the low power stuff off of that one battery, so that's fine. I'm not worried about that at all. It's all of these things, because I'm going to have like a bunch of different lines coming down here, and then they all have to feed into different parts of everything. So I'm going to need a feed going over into the greenhouse. And then if that is a different circuit up there, then down here, then I'm going to need 2 lines, because I want to be able to send power to each of those individually, if needed. And I think it's just going to be like a bunch of transformers, to be completely honest. But I'm going to need... I need switches. Like, I need to be able to, like, combine and, like, you know, disconnect these things, like different circuits. Because we're going to have, like, a bunch of different circuits here, and they all need to be, like, disconnectable. But I don't have any, like, power switches, which is annoying. Okay, let me just see what we have in here, and maybe there is something. No, we just have a logic switch. Okay, power controller, power transmitter. That's not going to work. I need switches, man. Hang on. What about the power, whatever, what are they called? Thing where you put the batteries in there? It's a power something something, right? Power charger, analyzers, consoles, elevators, fridges, Harveys, housings, landing pad runways, satellite dishes, music machines, portable generator, connect, there we go, power controller. So how difficult And this power transmitter, I've actually used this before. It's a little weird to get it to work, but it can transmit power over long distances without the need of wire. So if you ever need to use that, that's good for that. But if I make that, so that's a power controller. Power controller. How much power can this thing handle? Main purpose is to regulate power flow, ensuring uninterrupted performance from devices and machinery, especially those with fluctuating draw. APCs also create sub-networks, as no devices on the far side of an APC are visible on the main network. Lastly, an APC charges batteries, blah, 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 blah. So it uses 10 watts, but it doesn't tell me what the maximum power is. Because I don't want to blow this thing up if I put in like 50,000 watts, you know what I mean? And then also, this thing has power and data in from one side, which is a problem. Like, I would need... So basically think of a FET. So that's a field effect something. Transducer? No, it's not a transducer. It's not a transformer. Transmitter? No. Maybe? I don't know. But basically, you have a gate, you have a source, and you have a load, right? And then, so you have your power going into the load, and then unless you have some kind of power going in through the gate, the power from the source does not go to the load, right? But then if you supply that power, it's usually super low power, to the gate, that then allows the much higher power to go from the source through the load. So it basically acts as like a switch, right? But it's a controllable switch, which is what I'm looking for here. So like if this thing had 3 input outputs, for power, like that would be ideal, but it doesn't. Now, so the only thing that has that right now is the large transformer. And so the gate would be in the back where I have the low transform or the low power thing, right? And then, see, but the only problem with that is that a FET will allow as much power to go through it as it can handle, right? If you put too much through, it'll blow up, right? But the problem with the transformers is you can only put in, you have to set how much power it allows through, which is a problem because now you have to constantly analyze how much power is there. And if you're not providing enough power to the transformer, sorry about that, if you're not providing enough power to the transformer to meet the load that you have set, then it just turns off, which is not ideal. So now you have to have additional controls in there to constantly monitor the power that's attempting to go into that through the gate, or sorry, through the source. And then you have to then match that to, you know, your output, input, output, whatever, so that way it stays on like I just did with the other ones. And like, they're big too. Like, all I need is just a little switch, just a little switch with 3 inputs. Just an input, an output, and a gate. That's it. And that way, if power goes in to the input, it's on, or you could just have a setting in there is on, off, right? So that way you set an on signal in there, it turns on, allows the power to flow. You set an off signal, it stops the power from flowing. Wonderful. Sorry, I'm ranting. I said that I was going to make it work, so that is what I shall endeavor to do. And then also that can be purple as well, and then this can be orange. Can I change the color of that too? Probably, but it's fine. All right. So that'll go there. Okay. So I already figured out a way to make this work, but I just, as I said in the beginning of the video, like it's extremely part intensive, right? You need a lot of parts for it. Especially these large transformers, you're gonna need a ton of them. So basically for every single input that you have, which is gonna be CC1, 1, CC1, 2, right? Along with CC2, 1 and CC2, 2, and CC3, 1 and CC3, 3.2 and CC4.1 and CC4.2 plus, you know, the Stirling engine over there, which is going to be CC5, and the solid generator, that's going to be CC6. So you have 6 different things, right? You have 6 sources of power. And now what you need is 1 large transformer per charge circuit going into each of your load circuits, right? So if I have 2 circuits in here, I have another circuit in the basement, I have a circuit in the greenhouse, and I have another circuit up there for the lander. And then, well, technically I have, well, no, because I think the basement is all shared by 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 circuits, 6 charge circuits. That means I'm going to need 30 large generators to make this thing work. So it's, yeah. So I have to fit 30 large transformers in here. 30 of them. I mean, that's why I needed the space, because that was the only way that I could see to make it work with what we've got so far, which kind of sucks, but, you know, I don't know. And I wonder, can I paint those fuses? I can probably paint the fuses, right? Yeah. Get that fuse color in there. And look at that. Beauteous. All right, anyways. Okay, so now the OCD about the color is done. All right, so, man, this is going to be so convoluted. So I'm going to have a set over here, 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 a set over there. Dude, I'm going to need so many of these things. This is ridiculous. I mean, I would still need just as much equipment, I guess, but like you don't need it to be like this big, right? And so let's see. So ideally, how I would want this to work. I would want to have sort of like a multi-input power switch, right? A multi-input, multi-output. So that way you can have all of your stuff running into one of these. So you can have like 6 charging circuits, you can have a 6 input thing, right? So you run all 6 cables in there, and then you have selective outputs. And so then if you want power to go to circuit number 1, you switch it over to circuit number 1, and then all the power from charging circuits 1 through 6, whatever, I mean, of course, put a limit on there, would go through to 1, and then if you have like a multi whatever, I don't know, like it would still be, like there's no easy way to do this. I mean, if you ever have a chance to go and check out like an electrical substation, they're usually fenced off areas with like big metal equipment just like standing there. Like the amount of switches that they have in there, and like they have like these reclosers, which, you know, are current dependent switches. So like if you have too much current, then they'll flip open or something like that. Or if you don't have enough current, they'll flip open. I mean, they got reclosers in there, they've got switches in there, they've got manual switches, they've got SCADA switches, which are radio controlled switches. And then like all of that can be controlled from like a base station, right? So like a control center, I guess. And you can control most of that just over the air, right? Just with radio waves or cellular or whatever they decide to use. But at the same time, every single thing that you can do over the air, you also have to be able to do manually. So let's say that for some reason we get, I don't know, sunspot that knocks out all electrical communications or something like that. We still need to be able to, or if it disrupts electrical communications, that way we actually can't place the call that we need to place. All we would then do is just have someone drive over to the substation and flip the right switches, and there you go. And it'll just be like on, I don't know, like a radio or something, or landline. And then, you know, they'll just, control center will tell them what to do, and then they'll go and do it, and then people remain back in power. But that is not what I've got here. So and then I have to control each of those 30 transformers too, which is going to be insane. And I have to be able to control which transformers put out power and which ones don't. Oh, this is making my brain hurt. And then I can't have it put out, I can't just put them at like 50,000 and just keep them there, right? Because if you're not providing 50,000, they're not going to put out 50,000, they'll put out nothing. So it's like, that's like one of the limitations here is you have to set the power output, whereas with like a FET, like you just put a little bit of voltage at the gate, that's it. And then it just, all the power that goes through until it blows up the FET. I'd love to have something like that. But I don't. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Auto lathe sensor. But yeah, that was my little rant. Hopefully you guys didn't mind too much. And I probably should set up these other two, so that way when I finally do get around to making them, they'll be set up. So we'll just put another one here, I guess. And then figure out a color for them. Alright, so we got orange and purple. Let's do blue for one. And then we'll do like yellow. Yellow's a fun color, right? There we go. So we have all of our colors. We have our orange circuit, purple circuit, blue circuit, and yellow circuit. All right, so more large transformers. Large. I need more electrum. Okay. Let's do 200. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, too many. There you go. Oh, hey, we got reagent mixes. That's fun. What is in this reagent mix? Doesn't tell me. Okay. What have you got? Steel. Okay. Just throw all of these in here, I guess. Then we have this and this. Throw in each of those. We'll just open that up. Oh, stellite. Okay. And some invar. Alright. Sure. That can go there. Alright, so now for the electrum. Alright, we're probably actually going to need to pay attention to what we got going on here. Okay, so electrum, I think, yeah, 800 to 2.4 megapascals. Temperature doesn't really matter. Okay, so we'll just open that up a little bit more. Just have to get it under 2.4. Temperature is already good, so. Ta-da. Easy. Alright. So I need to make 4 more of these. So let's go 2, 4. And I'm going to need to make like 30 more on top of that, so that'll be fun. Did you start up? You did. Okay, good. But yeah, remember all the crap that I had in here, and now it's just all, like, this is it. This is all of it. Right here. That's it. Alright, so our CO2 is now at 26 degrees. We are at 40 megapascals in there, so that is that little tank right there. And then for this, we are at 40, just about 40 megapascals and cooling. Which is good, because I don't know, what else am I going to do with it? It's actually cooling down pretty quickly, surprisingly. Huh. Oh wait, no, that's the temperature outside. Oh. Never mind. Temperature in here is 396, so that's a little warm. 120 degrees-ish. Yeah, 123. Okay. I should put like another thing over here. I don't know. And this is all doing well, I think. How are we doing over here? 3.36 megapascals. Let's just dump in a bunch. Make sure that doesn't go up too far. Alright, what are we at? 23 megapascals? Okay. This is at 20. We're gonna have to get this up to 46. It's going. Yeah, that'll be good. There we go. 23.1, 47.1, good enough. Alright, and then we are down to 11.9 megapascals of volatiles. So I still have to make my little volatile collection off of here. So that'll be another thing to do, but should be relatively easy. Alright, so we have transformers. Good. We have one more coming. Okay, so that's that. Yay. Do you need to be on? I don't think you need to be on. These are just more of the signs, so we'll just throw those in there. I don't think you need to be on right now. So we'll place these transformers and then we'll probably end the video. This is just going to be a massive room. Just a massive, massive room. That is correct, right? Yeah, okay. And then we need to do this again over here. Alright. Let's see. Do some painting. Call it a video. And then yellow. Alright. So there are our 4 different wind circuits that will be coming in. I still have to pull in... I'm going to put the solid generators back here somewhere. And then, you know, have this back corner probably be set up as like a backup... I don't know. In case something blows up all of my constructors over there, I'll just have them all set up back here too. And then, you know, that'll be fine. Okay, so... yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.